Good morning friends, welcome back in our science online class. In previous video already we have completed our chapter number 8, that is body movements, and today we are going to start our next chapter, that is chapter number 9, the living organisms and their surrounding. So especially in this chapter we are going to learn about the living things and their surrounding. So what are the learning objectives of this lesson? So these are the some learning objectives of this lesson which we want to cover in this chapter. First learning objective, living things and non-living things. So first thing we are going to learn about living things and non-living things. Second thing, characteristics of living things and non-living things. Then habitat. There are two kinds of habitat, biotic and abiotic. And at last we are going to learn about the adaptation. Okay, so certain adaptation or features are there in animals' body which make them to live or survive in that particular habitat. So let us start our lesson. See students, different kinds of surroundings are there. There are different types of surroundings in different parts of our country. You know the country, and this country has different parts. Some parts comes in very cold region, some parts come in very hot region, and some parts come in humid region. It's not too much hot, not too much cold. So that humid climate, especially the coastal region. So we will compare these all three regions. Okay. So on the basis of climate, so we can divide the three regions. So first region, the mountain area. Okay, there are three regions we are going to see in this chapter. First, the mountain region, second, desert region, and third one, sea shore, or that is called the coastal region. So these three regions have three different kinds of climate. For example, if you see if you go to the mountains, okay, so you feel too much cold. If you go to the desert, so we may feel cold, very hot. Desert region, especially the Rajasthan. So you see now, and if you go to the coastal, so not too much hot and not too much cold also. So the mountains areas, whatever the mountain areas are there, so that mountain areas like Himalayas have many kinds of trees. And if you see these trees, for example, oak tree, pine trees, and deodar. So especially these trees grow well in very cold climate. So especially if you go to the mountains where the climate is very cold, especially Himalaya, so you can see these kinds of trees. Second thing, there are particular animals are there which can survive on mountain, like yak and goats. Yes or no? Yes. The second region, that is the desert region. The desert areas like Rajasthan. Do you know Rajasthan? Yes. So the special area, that is the Rajasthan, that is very hot, and in this desert, in this area or the desert area have special kind of animals and plants. Do you know the name of some animals and plants which specially found in desert? Yes. If you consider the animal, so animals like, yes, camel, yes, sheep of desert, camel, rat, then snake is there. Yes or no? So these are the different kinds of animals, especially we can see in desert area. Second thing about plant, so cactus and the plant, those are having especially the thorn. That type of plants we can see in the desert area. Okay, so desert area is very hot area, mountain area is very cold. Now next area, that is the coastal areas. Coastal areas means that is coastal areas are very humid, means not too much cold and not too much hot, humid, moderate temperature, and have entirely different kind of trees such as palm trees. Okay, so especially in these, which type of trees we can see in this area? The palm trees. Now see students, from above discussion or whatever we have learned about the areas, the three areas, the mountains, then desert and the coastal area. So from this discussion, one thing we are going to learn. Okay, and what is that? See here, that the surroundings, the different surroundings like mountains, desert and coastal areas are different from one another in climate. Yes, all these three areas are different from each other in climate. Some are having very cold temperature, some are having very hot temperature, and some are having moderate. But one thing is common, all these areas have living things like plants and animals. But there is something different in this animal to adapt to their surrounding. Okay, so this thing we are going to learn. Okay students, clear? Now next thing, living things around us. Yes, there are so many examples we can see. For example, barking dog outside the house, cat, parrot, yes or no, dog, horse, camel, yes or no, camel also examples. Then ox, yes or no, cow, buffalo. So all, even the plants are also included in living things. So how to make definition of living things? So you can make a simple definition of living things. Sometimes the question may come to you. Okay. So what is mean by living things? The living things which need food, water and air for their survival, means for living. Those animals need water, or the living things need water, food and air for their survival are called living things. Then what are the examples? So there are so many kinds of examples like a boy, a girl, cat, dog. If you consider the animal, cat, dog, buffalo, elephant, horse, yes or no, camel, then tiger, lion. These are the examples of living things. If you consider the animal. If you consider the plants, so different kinds of plants are there. Some are herb, some are shrub, and some are tree. Yes or no? Rose plant is there, tulsi plant is there. Then some are creepers, some are climbers are also there. Yes or no? So these all are the living organisms. Now what is mean by organism? Organism. Yes or no? One word we are using always. Living things, or we can call the organism. The living things are called organism. Whatever living things are there, it may be plant or it may be animals. So both commonly we call the we commonly call the organism. So the living things are called organisms. We use the word organism. It may be the microorganism, it may be unicellular organism to multicellular organism. Yes or no? Unicellular organisms also are there, like amoeba. They are also living things. There is no place on the earth where we cannot see the living things. Everywhere living things are exist. Even the volcano, you know, the opening place of the volcano, there also we can see the living things, microorganisms. So we can see the microorganisms everywhere. Okay, some are naked and some are there we cannot see by our naked eyes. So we need the microscope. Okay. So these are the examples of living things. All plants also need food, water. All plants also need food, water, air. Okay, air. So all plants are living things. Here, human being, that we are going to learn. Human beings can move, but plants cannot move. So this is the one difference in their characteristics. But there are certain characteristics that characteristics are common in human beings and plants, or animals and plants. That is why the plants also included in living things. Okay, students. So what are the examples of plants? Those are living. What are the examples of plants? Rose, sunflower, neem, mushroom, money plant, cactus, etc. are the living things. Now next one, non-living things. Those things which do not need food, water and air for their survival. Those things, for example, marble. Yes or no? Non-living things. Blackboard, whiteboard, non-living things. Chalk, non-living things. Mobile, non-living things. Then your notebook, non-living things. So all these non-living things which do not need food, are they asking to you, give me some food? Are they asking to you, give me some water? No. So these things which do not need food, water and air, to them we call non-living things. See students, we have learned today two things, living things and non-living things. So how you can define the living things and non-living things? Those living things need water, air, food, water and air for their survival are called living things. And their example, any example you can write with before. Then non-living things, those living things which do not need food, water and air for their survival. Okay, are called non-living things. And examples of non-living things, you can write any. Do not need water, food, water. Okay. So for example, table, chalk, pen, marker, chair. Okay, bulb. Okay, these are the non-living things. Okay, students. Now next, characteristics of living things. Now what are the characteristics of living things? Okay, living things. So see, these are the points you can note down. So first point, living things need food, water and air. This is very common. Okay, all living things need food, water and air. Then next, living things can grow. See here, this is very important characteristics. Living things can grow. So after the birth, okay, after the birth you can see the living things grow. You can see also. Next, living things can move back themselves without external force. For example, see how I am moving. No one is pushing to me. No one is dragging to me. Even though I am moving from one place to another. So living things can move themselves. Then living things can respond to stimuli. Okay, living things can respond to stimuli. For example, if someone is If suddenly light flash on my face, what happen? I suddenly blink my eyes, or I can close my eyes. So that is called the response. Okay. So flashing of light, that is the stimuli, and blinking of eyes, that is the response against the stimuli. Then the living things respect. This is also very important characteristics. All living beings or living things respire to get the energy to perform the activity. Then the living things can reproduce. Yes. Non-living things cannot reproduce. Yes. But living things can reproduce to continue their generation. Okay. Last point, living things have definite lifespan. This is very important. Whatever the living things are there, they have definite lifespan, and after that lifespan, they are going to die. But non-living things remain same as it is because they are not living. Okay, student? So these are the characteristics of living things, and these characteristics today you have to learn at home. Okay, these are the 8 characteristics. Okay, student? So today's 3 questions I will tell you as a homework. First question, the difference between living things and non-living things. Just you have to write 2 points. First one definition and second one the example. Okay, today. Then second question, write any 5 characteristics of living things. Okay, but you prepare all the 8 characteristics of living things. Okay, students. So today we will stop here. In next video we will see the all the characteristics one by one in briefly.